As with any of my other outdoor videos, please excuse any noise the microphone might pick up. I'm near a highway. I'm in the flight path of an airport, and on occasion a party barge comes by blaring music. But I don't think there's going to be any party barge today because it's kind of gloomy and overcast. As a matter of fact, it's been gloomy and overcast a lot between the rain off and on and all this smoke from Canada. It's not really helping my garden get any sunlight. And you might think the rain's been good for it. Yeah, a little bit. I've been trying to water it every day, but it's been kind of cold. We'll have a day where it's 84 and then another day where it's 64, and just a lot of overcast over the past few weeks because of all the smoke coming down from Canada. So in here, something in there might be a Fresno pepper. Also right here, there was something I thought might be a Fresno pepper there, so I transplanted it over here. There's a few other things coming up over here, so I'm not really too sure. I pulled out anything that I was definitely sure was a weed, but I figured I'd just leave it and take my chances. Hopefully something comes up. Here we've got a red bell pepper. I picked this up recently, but something's already been chewing at it. As a matter of fact, I've had some critters in my garden tearing it up. It's another reason why it isn't doing so well. The raspberries are doing well as usual. And here is a Cajun bell pepper. This isn't doing too bad. That's one of the last plants I picked up kind of late. What's kind of interesting, at least in my area, is that Bonnie plants don't start sending the more rare peppers and things like that until later in the season. In my opinion, I think too late. This happens every year. And some years they don't even send the same things from last year. I don't like the inconsistency, and I don't like how late the plants come in, but it's what I've got to deal with. So over on this side of the garden, you can see the prickly pear is doing okay for now, but I'm really not doing anything with it. Raspberries are going to be coming in, but yeah, I'm just letting the weeds take that. I'm not putting time into that. Actually, I've had a lot of trouble finding time to garden this year, and I've sunk way too much money into it. I could just hope for something better next year maybe, but I've got so many things going on this summer that I'm constantly busy. So it's kind of an experiment this year just to see if leaving this alone is going to make really that big of a difference, because a lot of times the strawberries will start to come up and then they bear a little bit of fruit or no fruit at all. So it's been kind of a disappointment over here. Maybe I could repurpose this area. So the Thai hot pepper that I bought is doing okay. The two pots that I put seeds in, nothing came up except this, which is probably a weed. So I decided to buy another Thai hot pepper and put it in there. In here where I planted all of those bell pepper seeds, there's some things that come up, but I don't know that any of it's bell peppers. I know there's some weeds in there. Strawberries that are in here are doing okay. And the tomato plant back there is doing really well. Some of the bell peppers are hanging on. Let me just move that and get in here. This red bell pepper that I thought wasn't going to make it, it's small, but it's hanging on. And some of these other pepper plants are doing okay, but my green beans got eaten up. They got eaten up. I'm not sure by what. Some of the pepper plants have been chewed up by something. It doesn't seem to like the tomatoes. And somewhere in here, thought I saw, yeah, you might be able to see it right down there. First couple tomatoes near the bottom of the plant. But I decided to go ahead and buy another bag of Kentucky Wonder, and I planted it all along the border on both sides. Just planted more seeds. If they come up late and it bears something, great, but at this point I'm just going to expect not to have any green beans. If these pepper plants do anything this year, I'll be happy, but so far just keeping them from getting eaten is going to be the first step. It's going to be something that I'm going to have to deal with. I didn't spray them with anything like I have in past years, but some of these pepper plants are being left alone. Like the jalapeno, obviously, they don't like the hot peppers. So maybe I need to plant more hot peppers in with the more mild peppers. Speaking of hot and mild peppers, the mild and hot banana peppers are doing okay, but that bell pepper over there, I can't remember what it was, that got chewed up, so I don't know if that's going to come back or not. The green onions are doing good. I even harvested some this week to go on our tacos. The red onions are coming up a little bit better than they have in past years. Still need to do some more weeding in here. I haven't spent as much time weeding in the garden as I would like. Like I said earlier, I've been really busy. I don't know if you can see that haze out there, but that's not fog and that's not really low clouds. That's Canadian smoke. I don't know if it's going to have any long-term effects on anybody's health or on agriculture, but it definitely, in my opinion, is not helping with my garden. Over on this side, I put in another purple bell pepper in this corner that I wasn't doing anything with. The green peppers are coming up just fine. The mint is going wild, and if that keeps the deer away, it can go wild. I could just move it around. I transplanted this mint plant over here. It's kind of limp, but I'm hoping with some rain, which will probably be coming in any time, it'll kind of come back. If it gets to be too much, I'll just rip it out or move it somewhere else. The carrots seem to be coming up, and I can't tell if these are all carrots from seeds I planted or if some of these are wild carrots or it's a mix, but if there's something I can harvest out of here later this year, I will. I had to move some of the raspberries back. I might trim some more. I kind of like that they're here because they might keep a few critters away, but they also can kind of get big and kind of choke out the other plants. Here's another mint plant. This is one that I transplanted over here since the one I got for free didn't make it. Purple bell pepper here is starting to bear fruit, even though the thing is small. So I'm hoping it comes up. You can see how I pulled back the raspberry plant here to try to give it more light, but there just hasn't been that much sun. Even on the warm days, there just hasn't been that much sun. Over here, got a cubanelle. And you can see there's already a pepper on it. And over here is the candy cane pepper. I did a video on this. I don't know if it'll make it or not, but it did seem to come back to life somewhat by soaking it in water for a few days. Over here is the Mardi Gras Fun Red Sweet Pepper. This really hasn't done anything. It just isn't growing, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. Last year the garden was an utter failure. I really didn't have time to put into it, and I only ended up making a few videos. It just didn't work out. This year I'm busy too. I got all kinds of things going on all the time, whether I want to or not. It just seems like. So I'm going to try to put more time into the garden this year, but if I don't get good results, so be it. I don't save any money by gardening. I do this for relaxation and to learn a little bit more about gardening and to kind of grow some vegetables or fruits, whatever you want to call them, that they don't necessarily sell at the store. It's kind of nice putting something on your table that came out of your backyard, but the reality is this is just one big money pit every year. I'm not saying I'm going to give up on gardening, but it's difficult. It just really is. So maybe in the future I'll have better results. Maybe in the future I'll have a bigger garden. I'll be growing plants in a better area maybe, but for right now this is what I've got. And if I've got anything to show for it in the next couple weeks, I'll make a video. Thanks for watching.